Hello, Raindrops. Back by popular demand, honey. Y'all favorite duo. Yes, of course, with this explosive mid-season finale of Love and Marriage DC. Richie, we have so much to talk about, but before we get into it, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and make sure y'all like and subscribe Richie's channel. Richie, let the folks know what they can subscribe to your channel, child.
Yeah, it's just at DJ Richie Skye on YouTube, baby. Just come on over, join the fam.
Come on, Skye Squad, and my Raindrops, because the Skye Squad and the Raindrops, they get along, unlike other fan bases.
You know what? The Skye Squad, they come in peace, okay? They come in peace. They do. They do. We talk and we are peaceful people.
Who's shadier, the Skye Squad or the Raindrops?
The Reigndrops. But you know what? They didn't combine, so they they one in the same colors.
Look, in the comments, before we start, I need y'all to tell me and Richie whose base is shadier, the Skye Squad or the Raindrops. Let us know.
Skye Squad, y'all know what to do.
Now, look, I am hyped. I'm on 1,000 because, baby, didn't I say, I told y'all this was the best mid-season finale. Mid-season finale. Want to make that clear? Carlos, I said mid-season finale, not all finales. Because the way we cliffhanged on this party, and y'all gotta wait. I don't know how long y'all have to wait for the next. I don't know.
The way y'all Clifton hang, okay? It was a Clifton hanger, okay? Get it right.
We need to get first. Listen, Ashley Silva is hilarious. Cliff Hunt. So I need y'all to know. I'm gonna give y'all some inside scoop on that. Then we're gonna start a little bit from the beginning. When I first met Cliff Don, like the first time I met him was via Zoom. I have yet to meet Joy Clifton in person.
Oh, I'm not surprised because they on the run.
You are shady this Skye Squad.
They like JMB on the run. They on the run like them Beyonce visuals. We don't see them.
You are no, I haven't met them yet in person, but I met them for the first time via Zoom to say,
Okay.
hey, welcome to Kingdom Reign, to the Love and Marriage franchise. I won't say who recommended them until the reunion. We'll get into that later. But I called him Cliff.
Okay.
And I said, hey, Joy. Hey, Cliff. Immediately, I got checked. Oh, don't. And Joy said, oh, don't call him Cliff. Call him Clifton. And I said, oh, no disrespect. I respect names. I said, you don't like being called Cliff? He said, no. Please call me Clifton. I said, okay. So that's a little backstory as to why Ashley. Ooh. So we all know not to call him Cliff. So when Ashley emphasized Cliff Don.
That's why. Okay. It makes sense now. Lord, thank you for telling me, because that is a giant man of a person. So, but listen, I'm 6'3", so I'm not, okay, but still. But you know what though? I did meet them. He comes across very likable in person. Very likable in person. Very, very nice. Very nice guy.
Yes,
Cliff,
no.
ton.
Cliff Ton, Ton, ton. He's ton of fun, ton of love, and he is ton of height. Come on.
And ton of running.
Oh, not this cut runneth over, which is Cliff Ton running child. Not on the run, Jay-Z Beyonce HBO special, honey. I love it. I love it. Well, let's just get started with this couple. So tonight's mid-season finale, we learn, courtesy of Joy and Erana, that Erana knew as well that Joy and Clifton were married.
Mm-hmm.
Erana said, and I want to get your thoughts on this.
Okay.
Because it's the buildup that happened tonight at the Christmas EVV party. And apparently it's the buildup that's been happening on Twitter with the cast and on your podcast. Anyways, so Erana said, and I quote, "You told me that you were married." She's talking to Joy. "You told me you were married. You said it was a secret. And once you said it was a secret, I'm that girl. I'm that girl you could tell something to. I'm not going to say anything." She said, "My damn husband did not even know because you told me it was a secret." And Jamie and Erana have been married for 30 years. And as two men who are married, well, you're officially married. My African and I are just living in sin. So I was shocked to hear, in more ways than one, I was shocked to hear that Jamie did not even know.
Unless you're secretly married and we don't know.
Oh! You will never see hashtag the Kings, baby. Like you did the Petties. Joy, you messed up, sis. You, girl, be smarter if you're going to keep a secret, honey. Don't leave the context clues that we learned in junior high school, child. So, Erana said, "My damn husband did not even know," which made me think, was this something that Ashley should have taken to the grave? But I want to get your thoughts on it, Richie.
Should Ashley have taken it to the grave? Yes. But here's the thing. Okay, so I did an interview with Jamie and Erana, in case y'all missed it. And I asked Erana, because I said, if Ashley knew and Joy is close to Erana, you had to know. Did you know? And she answered, yes, she did know. So in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, now that's a ride or die right there. That's somebody that you want in your circle because I'm gonna ask you why they did that in a minute, okay? Because I need to know that. But right off the rip, my thought is, and I'm gonna be 100% with you right now, and I know it might piss some people off, but one of the things that, and I know we're gonna get to this, but one of the things that Ashley was upset about was not getting a thank you for pitching Joy and Clifton to the show, okay? And for Joy riding so hard for the Tylers, but it might have been the smartest thing for her to do because at the end of the day, it was Erana that was able to keep her secrets.
Oh.
I told you I've been marinating on this.
You have. Okay. So you feel courtesy of Erana keeping Joy's secret, clearly Joy is justified for riding so hard for Erana and the Tylers, because if Erana can keep that to herself to the point where she did not even tell her damn husband, I would also ride for Erana if that's the case.
Think about it. That's just real life right there. I mean, it's no shade to Ashley, but it's like, okay, you expecting her to be like, give you this thank you. And the deeper issue that we got to get into is the who pitched to whom, and the who deserves a thank you. okay, yeah, I'm gonna ride with the person that I feel like I trust the most. But then that also don't explain to me why, Joy, you would even tell her via text message. I think Dorinda told us back a couple of seasons ago, say it, forget it, write it, regret it. You
Ooh.
wrote it in the text message, so now we can put it on the screen. Joy, what's going on, girl?
So that's the part that I'm confused on too. So listen, I agree with you 1000% that yes, clearly Joy and Erana have this close friendship. And Erana has proven that listen, say what you want about Erana. Irana's a ride or die human being. She's like, if you tell me something, I'm not gonna tell my own husband, which is rare because I'm gonna be honest. Depending on how big the secret is, and I want to get your honesty, depending on how big the secret is, I'm gonna tell my African. I'm gonna let him, I'm gonna tell him. But the thing about him, he knows not to say nothing. But
boom. That's the part. That's the
ahead.
part.
Do you
No, I was just gonna say that's yes. Yes. Unless it has something to do with this space. Because he works in medicine. He don't really have no interest. The moment somebody gets to arguing on the screen, he's out the room. He can't take it. He cannot take the drama. He cannot take it. I'd be like, baby, it's not that serious. But he get to running. Like Joy and Clifton.
like Clifton. This is so messy, and we're only like a few minutes in. Oh Lord Jesus.
Oh Lord.
But yeah, so but to your point, Joy, I'm confused because you must have had some sense of interest in your friendship with Ashley to text her your secret, because I don't text anyone a secret and you could be related to me, because I just have this fear of people posting it and the shade room picks it up and it'll be some bunch of drama. So the math ain't mathing in the sense of you must have had some sincere feelings for your friendship with Ashley to trust her with the secret. Because if oh my gosh, it just dawned on me. Was that secret really deep? Because if you're telling Ashley via text, I'm assuming you're telling folks at the grocery store, you may have told the mailman, you may have told the Instacart rep, you may have told Wells Fargo bank, like you get what I'm saying? Like,
but she didn't tell you. She didn't tell Brent. She didn't tell nobody involved with production. So it must have been deep. And why is that? We are on a show called Love and Marriage. Okay. So the idea is earlier in the season, when I go back, because I make lengthy notes. Carlos, when I'm watching these shows, I'm typing like somebody's secretary. Okay. So when I review my notes, my documentation, and I look and I say, you say you want to go to the justice of the peace, girl, you was already there. You were already there. You want to go again? I mean, like, so that's the part that I don't understand. It's like, I can, in this space, I never call a person a liar, right? Because it will come and bite you in the butt. But it seemed like there was some swerving around the truth in this situation. So what my question to you is that bothersome?
Yes. Like, I'm not gonna, listen, 100%. And I said this in my recap last week. Look, unlike most people I know on television, I know how to say things for the show. So I have very strong opinions about this, clearly. I won't go into much detail about them just now because as a professional, a host, Oprah Winfrey Network pays me to host these shows. I have a job to do, so I have to reserve a lot of my opinions until we start filming the reunion. But to answer your question, yeah, it's bothersome. Of course it is, especially when I had such a strong reaction to Robin Dixon on Potomac telling her podcast listeners that Juan cheated on her. And I went ham. Now, I will say this because I said this last week's recap. What Joy did to me, would love to get your opinion. What Robin Dixon did is different than what Joy did. And this is my opinion, but again, would love to hear yours. Robin kept it a secret from production, the TV show, and spilled her own secret on her podcast, and then subsequently said, go on my Patreon, pay $5, and I'll tell you more of this secret I kept from production. Joy did not go on the stage where she performs and told the audience, hey, y'all, he put a ring on it after we wrap production. That to me is the difference. Now, with that being said, I said this last week's recap. I love people who live in reality. Ashley Silva lives in reality. And the reality is she was told this secret. She spilled it to her best friend, Alicia. Ashley realized, I said this, it's happening in real life. I'm going to be a big girl and tell Joy to her face. And at the end of the day, as somebody, and you know this watching TV, and you know some people in the reality space you're friends with, it's not every day a reality star has enough guts to confront things head on and say, look, I said this behind your back. I'm going to say it to your face. And I'm also going to say to you, I feel bad and I'm sorry. So I am on Ashley's side in terms of being courageous enough to own her truth, to deliver her truth on camera, because I'm gonna let you answer this, but one more thing. Ashley could have easily handled this off camera. Ashley could have easily called Joy off camera and said, I need you to know something. This is what happened. I just taped this scene with Alicia. I said this on camera. I feel bad. I just want you to know because they're going to air it. No, she went to her face to say it. And that to me is what you sign up to do.
So I'll address, there's two things to address there. Okay. One, I'm going to address Ashley. Yes, it was gangster for Ashley to tell her that to her face. But I can attest to that being Ashley's personality in real life, because there was something I said in a review that when she saw me, she asked me about it. So I was like, oh, well, number one, I forgot I said that.
She checked you.
But this is, it wasn't a check. It was like I said, I hadn't even, she gonna get me, but I hadn't even sat down good. I don't even think I had my drink. And she was like, oh, yeah, you said this. But that is a testament to her being, she's a real, like, she's gangster with it. You know what I'm saying? She don't like, what you see is what you get. And I hope that even though I don't agree with what she did, and she did apologize and she owned it, I hope that she doesn't change as a result of negative backlash that she may be getting, because the reason why we watch these shows is because people are going to mess up. And I don't want to see somebody who's perfect. I want to see somebody who has to learn from their mistakes. I want to see if they can come back to a better place. But that's Ashley. Back to Joy and the not the similarity, but the comparison to Robin. To me, with the whole Robin situation, it was about intent, right? Like, what was your intent? If your intent was that, as she stated, she was waiting for Karen to bring it up. That is piss poor reality TV playing right there.
Yeah.
Like, own your own stuff.
Yeah.
You waiting for somebody else to bring it up because the culture of the show seems to be that, oh, somebody's going to pull a gotcha. How about you just go on and say, listen, my husband's not going to want to talk about this, but this is something that happened. Have the conversation with Giselle, who can pull those punches a little easier because that's your girl, right? That's your girl.
Mm-hmm.
Better yet, ask the ladies for support in the situation. Pull them together. This is where I'm at. I believe in my man, and I want to stay with him. How can you guys help support me as a woman, even if you don't like me? Because then that addresses Karen, that addresses Wendy, that pulls the group into something new that we've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't do that. So for me, it's intent. So now we got to go to Joy.
Okay.
Joy and Clifton, what was your intent in keeping this information a secret? It doesn't make sense to me. I said it before. You're on a show called Love and Marriage. Guess what? You got engaged on, first of all, you were on, as Ashley called it, a game show. I'm gonna leave that alone because I know it's not a game show.
Say what you want. Ashley is funny, and we're gonna say this until we get to the party. Joy said some things tonight that made me scream. Joy is funny, but we'll get to that. But the game show.
But I had to pull the reference because it goes into where I'm going.
Go ahead.
You was on the show, right? Then you get engaged on the Good Day DC. Okay, that's out there, right? You got engaged. Okay, so for me, you're going on a show called Love and Marriage. Like, why not tell us? We've already gotten married, but do we want to now celebrate that in a bigger way? So that's a story right there. To me, that's authentic. So as people are suspecting, when I read the comments, was it that you wanted your own wedding spinoff? Was that it? And I'm hopeful that we'll get clarity on that during the reunion. Oh, because I need to know the intent.
Yes. Oh, and you will. Yes, I agree with you. The one thing that I will say is, and I'll say this again, none of us knew. Ashley did not tell producers before that scene. Erana clearly never told anybody. Joy and Clifton did not tell us at all. The moment Ashley said it on camera is when we all found out. And we were like, wait. And Ashley just kept saying, like, that's what she said to me. And we were like, okay. Because Ashley was like, I don't have the freaking, like, marriage certificate. I can't borrow that from Christopher Williams' wife from season 6 Atlanta Housewives when Kenya Moore said, where's that gift certificate? Yes, Kenya. I digress. So I didn't know. The network, none of us knew. We all found out in real time. And to this day, because I'm saving it for the reunion, I still haven't asked Joy and Clifton why they didn't tell us. Because I want to, again, I take my job seriously. I'm not going to have off-camera conversations that I know you guys want to know in real time. So
thank you.
I don't know, but baby, it will be addressed. In addition to that, go ahead.
Can I just say this one thing?
Of course.
I gave you a whole diatribe, but I'm glad it happened.
Oh, look, no. Let's see. Listen, one thing about me and you, why people love us, we keep it all the way real. I'm never going to be somebody like, well, you know. When it happened, of course, my reaction was, this is juicy. This is, oh my, like,
yes.
I wasn't like, oh my gosh, like, no, I was like, this is actually great for the show to have this dialogue. And Listen, this is why, say what you want. This cast is stellar because
It really is.
it really is. And the one thing I said about my Huntsville cast, if you remember last season's reunion, I said at the end of the day, as much as people think y'all throw each other under the bus, there's certain things y'all know about each other that y'all won't ever say to us. And I get it. I ain't mad at it. It's fine. It is what it is.
I actually appreciate it.
Yeah, I was like, because it shows me y'all love each other. Like, y'all have 6 years of friendship before y'all met Carlos King. So there's things that y'all know about each other where y'all feel like this is the belt, this is below it, and I'm going to dance around it.
Look, they are like, wait, okay.
I feel like, no shade, I feel like Melody Martell be like this. Good cop, look, angel, devil. They be like, do I do it? Do I? Oh.
Yo, and we be on the edge of our seats when they do. We be like, oh Lord. But you know, it gets bad. They don't see they don't play like, you know how it's like some people can be petty and it'd be like, oh, you know, that was a little light shade. No, it'd be like a jackhammer, okay? Like, I'm gonna get you.
But it's because they got this rich history and they really, I don't care what anyone says, I will go on record saying this again and again and again. They love each other. They may have a dysfunctional love. They love each other.
And they look good together. They look good together. I am slamming my book over here. They look good. As much as I go in on Martell sometimes because I can't stand some of the stuff he do. But at the end of the day, that man and that woman, I mean, they look good together.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, I can't talk about that no more. I'll get in trouble. Okay, so moving on. Let's just get... Lord knows I can't talk about Bella Martell in the same sentence because somebody checked me. Anyways. Look, Shady. Unlike Ashley, I'll tell you that off camera. Ashley, that was fun, Shade. Okay, so let's just get right into it, Richie, because I already know you and I. We're gonna skip everything else that happened. Bye. Okay, Christmas Eve party. Ashley gives Erana the D, which was all of Ashley's idea. That was not production, not producers. Ashley does have a good heart.
She does.
She does. And this is how I see Ashley. I think Ashley just wants to make sure that she has loyal people around her. And I don't know this to be true yet. I'm going to talk about it at the reunion. But I feel like Ashley has a lot of hurt in her past. Obviously, we saw the stuff with her mom. And I feel like Ashley, it takes a lot to get close to Ashley because Ashley's guarded. And I think when it came to Erana, the Tylers and the Silvas hang out a lot off camera. You know that because you're in DC and you know that to be true. I thought it was so beautiful when she gave Erana the D because I love Ashley and Irana's friendship. I really, really do. And to me, it kind of showed the world that, look, Ashley is definitely outspoken. She speaks her mind. But for me, it also showed that there's some heart there. And I hope that people did not miss that because I thought that D was symbolic in terms of like, she loves Erana.
I'm sorry, Carlos. Forget the D. I need to talk about the fingers. Okay? The fingers that we could not see on the screen.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Jamie and Erana. And this swallow just. I'm talking about these fingers, okay? That's what I'm talking about.
With the graphics of the rocket
the
and
graphics. No, but the alligator. Oh my God. Oh my God. The fact that they had this level of conversation about using teeth and how things go wrong in the bedroom, I was like, now this is vulnerability right here. Okay. That's I don't know any other man that would not have felt some type of way about his wife telling him, you using too much teeth.
What's crazy is it shows you how gay I am. I'm like, is it possible to use too much tea? Oh,
I
never done
was
it
on the floor.
and have no plans of doing it. So as I'm watching it, I'm learning something that I'm never going to experience because I don't want that. But
It was like an instruction manual, right?
it was, but it also, listen, shout out to Jamie and Erana. This is why I love this damn show so much. And this is why we take our time perfecting the talent in which we choose to cast. The level of vulnerability, authenticity, and conversation is the reason why I created Love and Marriage, because I felt like what was missing in reality TV was a couple talking about stuff that a lot of other couples can relate to. And shout out to Jamie, like you said, as a man, being told on camera, you put too much teeth in that thing for my liking, and being taught that, not Jaws. Is this not Jamie being Sharknado? Jamie, you got shark teeth, brother. Like, you drinking all that cocktail when you need to be learning how to drink Arena's juice. Limit the cocktails and focus on Arena's juices, honey.
But let me say this, and I just want to commend them for this. There are oftentimes when I see, and this, I don't know why it just annoys me to no end. When I see couples on reality TV and they make it seem like they be getting it on like 5 times a day. And
Larsa
I be like,
Pimpin.
right. I'm like, do you work? What do you have nothing else? Because it's things we got things to do. Okay. And so for me, it never makes sense. So to see a couple talking about, listen, it just ain't happening. That ain't happened in years. Okay. That is new. Okay. Because nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that.
No, and remember, I don't know if, but I feel like in Black households, this was a thing. Remember how your grandparents slept in separate rooms and separate beds? And you was like, Grandma, why granddad sleep there and you sleep there? And it's not until you're older when you realize that's not something they're into at that age. And obviously, listen, Erana is admittedly in her early 50s. She said it. And obviously James around that age too. They're not obviously old, right? And they look, Erana looks younger than half these chicks on reality television, let's be clear. But they are experiencing what couples go through when they reach that age group. Like, that's not something that is high priority, at least for Erana. And I will always give the Tylers props. The Tylers, I'm going to say this. The Tylers are A+ couple, A+ reality stars. I literally have no critiques for the Tylers. They give everything to this show.
I don't either. I agree 100%. 100%. Completely present. Completely present.
Both of them.
Both of them. Okay? Both of them.
Gives you, it's to the point where you be like, wait, who? They give. The last time I saw that level of authenticity, obviously, is when you think about the Huntsville cast, like a couple that, listen, Melody Martell's couple that will always be the GOAT in reality TV history. But when you think about Kim, let's be clear, when you think about Kimmy and Maurice and Tisha Marceau, like, laying everything out on the table. Jamie and Erana are a class of their own. They're spectacular talent. They integrate their children in a way that's relatable, and it's just it's phenomenal to watch. And I literally, if I had to grade them, they are A+.
I would agree. I would agree. And I do think you're right. I think the core of Huntsville really set the blueprint for what we want to see in terms of Black families on TV. So, and I think that the Tylers are definitely they're right up there. So I like that. I had to mention that scene because I was like, you're not gonna skirt past this. You're not gonna skirt past these fingers and these jaws. Like, no, we got to talk about it. We got to. We had to. But now we got.
Okay, now we got that. Okay, so thank you, Jamie. Your new name is Shark Tank. Okay, because you need Shark and the Tank of Love. The river that flows through a rain. This is getting YouTube. Chill out. Okay, now let's see. This is why me and Richie always get. Okay, I'm gonna get in trouble. Now, going back to the D. Speaking of stuff, the D. What did you think about Ashley giving Erana the D?
I thought it was cute. It took me a minute to understand what. I
went on here and gave a good old Iyanla Vanzant speech about the depthness and the sort of sensitivity of it. And my man's Richie comeback was, oh, that was cute.
Let me tell you why I say that. Because it took me a minute to understand. This was a callback to something she said in the first episode. So it's nuance, right? And because I didn't catch the nuance right away, I was like, oh, you mean, okay, so now y'all go together like y'all girlfriend. Not girlfriends, but you know what I'm saying? My girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? They're through thick and thin. You know what I mean?
Come on, Joan. Okay.
Okay. Like Joan and Tony. Well, in the early days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are Erana and Ashley Joan and Tony?
I don't know. After this episode, they might be.
Is Erana Joan and Ashley's Tony?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's get back to that.
Ashley, y'all let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments. Joan and Tony from Girlfriends. Is Erana Joan and Ashley's Tony or vice versa? Let us know in the comments. Go ahead, Richie.
Okay. So this is to me a very important, like the last 20 minutes, the argument between, first of all, can I ask you a question and you be honest?
Of course.
As a producer.
Yes.
Did y'all have to make Joy go to that party?
No. Good question. This is why you're stellar at your job. Good question. I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
One thing about the production of Kingdom Reign, we follow the reality as much as possible. Okay. Excuse me. Now, look, there may be scenarios where we're like, hey, this could be the finale. Can you please come? Right? I don't want to go in. Come on, come. Like, there's ways you do that. So that's not a secret. Listen, my podcast talks about that with my former housewives. Like, you do that. Now, in this case, when it comes to Ashley's party, true tea. Joy told the producers, I'm not coming. I'm not coming. And the producers called me like, hey, this is the finale. What do we do? And I said, well, did you ask her to explain herself? Because I, as the owner of the company, needs to know why my talent, who I'm paying, is saying to me she's not going to a season finale event. And they said, based on what happened between her and Ashley, she doesn't feel comfortable, blah, 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 blah. She's not coming. She said on camera why she's not coming, blah, blah. I said, you know what? Let's just follow the reality, because I knew that it may, and this is my philosophy that I tell my producers, always bet on following the reality 99% of the time. Again, it's that 1% where you're like, hey, can you go and let's see whatever. Joy spoke to her producer after she taped that scene with her friend. And Joy said, I'm going to go. They called me, and I, True T, was like, thank you, God. Because the way I operate is, in my personal life, I surrender to God. In my professional life, I always tell my team this too, Richie. Let things happen the way it's supposed to, because you're always going to win. Don't force things so much. Just let things happen. So when she taped that scene with her friend tonight, she called the producer afterwards and said, I'm going to go. She said, but Cliff Don is dealing with his back. He's not going to come, but I'm going to come. So again, we follow the reality. It's not our job to tell Ashley Joy's coming. That's not our job. We're following the reality. Just like we didn't call Joy and say, girl, Ashley spilled all your tea. You married? No, we follow what's real. Joy did not let Ashley know she was coming. Joy showed up. Joy did not even tell Erana she was coming. Joy showed up, which, no shade. Yes, Joy.
Okay. I was like, not only did she show up, not only did she not speak, which also presented a problem. She sashayed up in there like she owned the place. And she left like she owned the place too. But I'm going to get to that in a second. The conversation, they moved downstairs, right? And so I have other questions for you about this. Because it starts off about the reveal about her being married, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they start there, and Ashley admits that she's apologized. Now, for me, in my mind, I'm like, now, you cannot police when somebody accepts your apology, but you can also only apologize to the point where you feel like I've done what I can.
Yeah.
Fair enough?
Agreed.
So, okay, so they have to, at a certain point, meet in the middle. And it seemed like that could have been where they were, but something shifted. And when Ashley said, well, I brought you onto this show, in my opinion, any other reality TV show would have cut around that conversation and would have just given us them going at it about the marriage, to Joy telling Ashley that nobody knows her, they only know Quick, calling her all types of B's in her own home, and then calling her a troll as she's being escorted out the door. What made you guys keep that in there?
Very good question. I worked on many shows where you don't break the fourth wall. Let me not say that. You try not to break the fourth wall. If the fourth wall is broken, you don't play it, right? That was years ago when I was doing earlier seasons of the shows. The jig is up. This is my response to it. The jig is up. The jig is up. Mm-hmm. Reality TV is not what it was 15 years ago when I got in the game, where it was like, let's pretend there's not cameras around. Why is Nene on Celebrity Apprentice? Because she just so happens to work at 11 Alive in Atlanta. Like, it was always stupid to me. Why is Sheree on the Atlanta version of Dance with the Stars, where Kim Zolciak met Froy? Because Sheree is a socialite in Atlanta. Like, it was always, I've always thought it was stupid. Like, they're famous because of the show that made them famous. Mm-hmm. It was very important for us to follow the real. We could have cut around it, but the moment I saw that topic of you did not thank me for getting you on this show was the impetus in the fight that happened. It was because I never wanted, I don't want to police people's honesty. And I knew that at the end of the day, that's what made Joy get crunk, and that's what made Ashley get crunk. And we had to play it. And listen, it was jarring the first time I saw it because I never in my years heard a cast member say, I recommend you for this show. I got you on this show. I've never seen it in my lifetime. I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either.
And I've been around a long time. Even Nene Leakes, who loves to tell people, you know, I cast Kim and Sheree and whatever. She never said it on camera. So when Ashley said it, and I saw Joy's reaction, oh, bitch, you said you made me?
Listen. And I'm looking at something because I'm pulling up some receipts real quick.
Oh. Okay.
Because I know you can't tell me, but I'm going to read you what Erana said.
Oh!
She said, we pitched Joy and Cliff Ton. I talked to Carlos King and shared their story, sent videos, photos of us hanging out before the show, etc. I was then asked to bring them around once we started filming. And I got it right here. Okay? So it's in black and white. So I know you might not be able to tell me, but you know I'm going to find out some kind of other way.
So look, this is something else that will be explained at the reunion. What I will say is this. I will say this. Going back to what? Follow the reality.
Right.
Before, I'll give you this much.
Give it to us.
Before Monique decided to not return to the show, right?
Okay.
We still wanted to bring on another couple or two.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I felt that this season 2 needed something fresh. Mm-hmm. At the time, it was Monique and Chris, the Silvas, the Tylers. True T, Winter will be back, but we got to see whether or not she's able to make her way back in the fold of these couples. We asked each cast member to refer folks to us because the best shows, Huntsville, for example, Bell Collective, another example, is when you add people on that have a history with the current cast. Okay? Now, I will say this too, and I'll get more into this at the reunion. Joy and Cliff Don were pitched to the production by multiple people.
Okay.
Okay? Including Monique herself. Including Monique. Okay? Now, I'm not going to get to so much detail because we got to wait till the reunion, but what I will say is the person who decides who gets to be on the show. Now look, I get pitched out some folks, child. The person who decides, I'm not gonna do this with you.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what I thought about? I just had a thought. Really, the person who makes the decision is the person who deserves the applause or the thank you. Thank you, Carlos. I'm gonna say it for all of us. Okay, I'm gonna say it for all of us.
I'll say.
But can I say this though?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you have that one, and I'm gonna let you get to the reunion on that one. But I will say though, it seemed to make sense, and I think I might have said it before that Joy and Cliff Ton were on Ready to Love in the Potomac edition, and so being that people were interested in their story, it made sense. It was a natural. In my mind, it's a natural fit to go from that show to a show that's on the same network. The people are familiar with them. Let's follow their story as they continue on. I've always thought they should follow the Ready to Love couples that last, but I don't know why they don't. Mm-hmm. So this to me made sense. And we'll leave it there.
Agreed. Okay. Now, I had no idea that when I watched Family Feud and Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune, that those are game shows. I didn't know Ready to Love. I didn't know Nephew Tommy hosted a game show called Ready to... I didn't know. I thought I was
it's
a
called
king.
Musical Dates.
Okay, I didn't know that at the end of this dating show called Ready to Love, you get a prize. And maybe a car at the end, child. When Ashley said it was a game show, I listen, I watched this episode like 5 times. I holler every time because Ashley was dead ass like, that's a game show. Did you know Ready to Love was a game show, Richie?
No, I didn't. I didn't know. I guess at the end you went a secret marriage.
Ooh!
Yay! You know what? Something I haven't said is congratulations to the happy couple, because I mean that is something to also be celebrated. It is. Marriage is a wonderful thing.
Well, you wouldn't know, child. Well, I haven't said either. Congratulations, Clifton and Joy. Why do you think Ashley felt the need to bring that up? That she pitched them for the show? Did you think she needed to let Joy know you should be grateful to me? And by me, I mean Ashley, not me.
Let me say this, because I don't want nobody to take offense to what I'm about to say. Okay, so either there was some really deep-seated thought about, I brought you into this group, but you all of a sudden are only riding for the Tylers. Like that must have still bothered her, right? So I thought it was either that, okay? It was either that or Joy was making valid points for which she could not refute. So what happens with a lot of people when they get into an argument where they don't have the necessary, they don't have the best response, they go in a different direction. And now they bring up an issue that they have so that it turns the argument on that person. That happens a lot in arguments, right? Because if I was Joy, I would have been like, girl, if you had that problem with me, you should have told me when you had it. We're talking about my issue now. So let's stick on topic. Correct?
Okay, yeah.
So it to me, it could have been one of those two things. And I only say that because of what happened. We're talking about one thing and we end up on a whole nother topic. How did we get there?
Yeah,
or was this a deeper issue?
Well, clearly it was a deeper issue. It was. I think what you're saying makes a lot of sense in terms of this was something that came out courtesy of Joy saying she rides for the Tylers.
Yeah,
I see your point there, and that was Ashley's rebuttal to that. That makes a lot of sense to me. Look, people have been waiting for Joy to wake up. All I'm going to say is thank God my producers are strong. Because Joy versus Ashley, look, it could have been a bloodbath, real talk. Because Ashley...
Oh, I saw.
Oh, Joy...
Ashley came up around that table twice.
And then was like, you remember Jackie Christie and Malaysia at the skating rink, and they were like nose to nose, like,
yes.
It was about to be that if my producer did not step in. I'm gonna say this. Joy surprised the hell out of me. I was like, Joy, You got this in you, sis? Gagged.
I honestly I have to say, she definitely rose a lot of notches in my book because before I had been saying she says a lot in her confessionals. And sometimes I think that happens to a lot of newer ensemble cast members on an ensemble show, right? But in this moment, I was like, oh, so this is welcome to the show. Welcome to the show as you're being escorted out. But not her yelling down the stairs that don't nobody know Ashley in Ashley's own house. I was like, oh my God. Like that took that right there was bold.
Oh, first of all, we're Black. You don't walk in nobody's house who's Black and don't speak to them. So that
and that not sashay. Not sashay into the house.
Sashay past the homeowner, honey, whose name's on the deed, child. And then when she said nobody knows you, they know quick.
I was like, oh my God. I got a question though. This is given that Ashley had just given Erana the D in friendship, was Erana wrong for going to check on Joy?
See, I didn't be asking you that. Because I got to say that for the reunion.
Okay. So here's my thought on it. Erana has the spirit of go talk to so-and-so. You know what it's kind of like the Jackie Christie spirit. You know, y'all need to have a conversation. y'all need to have a Ponderosa. She every episode, Erana done told somebody they need to sit down and talk. Okay. And so she is definitely got the spirit of Jackie Christie. So I think in that spirit, she ran outside to bring her back in to see if they can resolve it. Somebody got to do it, because that's how you keep the group together, right? So that's how I saw it. I didn't see it like I'm gonna check on her versus checking on you, because ultimately Joy was in this space by herself. She didn't have her man. Ashley had her family there. So I think it was just kind of like, oh, she don't really have nobody. Let me at least just go make sure she's okay, or try to at least get her back in so we can resolve it, because it was just the polite thing to do, in my opinion.
Yes. Okay, I see. I 1000% see your point there. But this is why I love reality television. You cannot script 1 hour before Ashley gives this woman the D to complete friend and said, we're friends. I love you, sis. You my sister. We are friends. 1 hour later, you can't script this. They get into it. First of all, Joy being outside. Joy, if you're watching, this may sound shady to y'all, which I don't care. Dang, Joy, this is what it took to get you activated, girl. I want to see more of this. Joy.
Me too. I was like, oh.
Hold it back, sis.
Joy has risen. Okay, and I'm here for it. I am all the way here for it. And not to say that I need to see somebody get ratchet to see, and I don't want to call and let me not say that.
Go ahead.
Let me reframe that because of this. White women, white men, and men and women of different ethnicities are allowed to feel anger, disgust, scream without being called ratchet. So let me take that back, because I want to we got to change that.
Yeah.
When she is allowed to have a natural reaction, Ashley's allowed to have a natural reaction, and sometimes we come out of character when we do so. But let me tell you something. it is when a person comes out of character that we oftentimes get to see the human side of them. And that is what we needed to see from Joy.
Oh, 1000%. Because this is what, and Joy was on my podcast too, on the YouTube version of it, where her and Clifton talked about people saying Joy was a mean girl and ready to love, and Joy this, Joy that, and how she wanted to do this show to show like, no, like I'm a cool chick. And in my opinion, I'm not to put words in Joy's mouth or assume, but in my opinion, I think Joy was holding back a lot because she was dealing with the title of being a mean girl, courtesy of the fans of Ready to Love calling her that after that reunion for that show. So to see Joy become who I felt like this is, like you said, we all have our moments. Let me tell you something. I am Ashley some days. I'm Joy some days. I'm Jamie no days. I'm teasing. Love you, Jamie. Jamie knows I love some Jamie. Jamie's cool. But I was just like, I'm gonna be real. It was nice to see Joy have a real moment in real time. And I said last week when Ashley was sipping her cocktail like no hugs, and Joy said, I'll consider it. I said, but to your point, you ain't gotta yell and be whatever. Joy said, I'll consider it. I was even like, okay, Joy, I like this, Joy. So it's good to see all sides of Joy. I like to see all sides of Ashley and Quick. Same with the Rain and Jamie. Now we saw Erana, Bob and all. Walk back in that house while Ashley was giving you a little Bow Wow and Jermaine Dupri, the franchise boys, little
shoes off, baby, shoes off.
Ashley was getting it though. I'm like, yes, Ashley, she was. That to me was the best part of the episode. I you know me, I like comedy in the midst of drama. So to cut inside to see her give you a little crit walk like Snoop Dogg did the Super Bowl child, I was
like it had never happened.
Like nothing happened. But guess what? She had all that fun, and the moment Erana walked in, she went back to being like, I want all the smoke. One thing about Erana is sitting already.
Yo, she does not walk away from a confrontation. And I like that about her because she is sweet, but she can also be sour. I mean, it is. That's the way I was thinking about my interview with her and Jamie, and sweet as pie. You out and hanging out with them. Sweet as pie. Well, baby, let me tell you something. When she gets activated, yo, the women on this show, you got the right ones, okay? You got the right ones. All of them. Okay?
Yes, no. It's the truth. It's the truth. And look, the best part about it is all this happened and Winter was nowhere in sight. Winter is not the drama like I thought she was. Winter was with Yusha living her best Georgetown, Beyonce, and Jay-Z life, honey.
Okay.
Ain't that the best part?
On the run with Clifton. Over there.
Over there. Okay. Now, this was the mid-season finale. Look, I know y'all think I'm responsible for everything, whatever. I don't know as of yet when the next set of episodes will air. Once I find out, I'll let you all know. But the continuation of that, I'm just gonna say, wow, it's deep. It gets deep, and the rest of next season, I hate to say this, but it gets worse. on Twitter. When I say get worse, meaning it's the moment you think like, oh, yay, everybody is good. Something happens and you're like, just when you thought it could not get worse, something else happens, Richie. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Y'all, I'm gonna leave it alone after this, but y'all said it. I think it was just about every cast member I talked to said something happens towards the middle of the season, and I had no idea it was a secret marriage. So I can only imagine what y'all bringing next season. Well, the second half of this.
Yeah, so whatever you want to call it, again, it's a network thing. Listen, I'm just here to do my job and go home with my African, our dogs, and go to bed. So that's what y'all gonna see.
We just here to watch.
Y'all here to watch. Before I let you go, we saw a sneak peek of Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Take it away, Richie.
Okay, so now I know who approached Sheree. That was the biggest. That was the thing. I was like, oh, it was Tiffany. Okay. Tiffany is back in the game. I like the Tiffany that just stick her foot in her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, yes, ask these questions that the people online are asking. Because that's what they asking online. So I felt like Tiffany did what, okay, let's get into it. And then, you know what I love to see? And I know they don't, some of them might not even like to be in the same room together, but I love to see the six of them get back together and try to do something. Do I think it's going to work? No. But do I like to see them try? I love it. And Kimmy, oh my God, to start the trailer off with that, I thought was brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I loved it.
We love you, Kimmy. Yes. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this. That was just a 60-second taste. We have a full-size super trailer that will be released soon. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. This season of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Tiffany is back. And this is Tiffany's best season. Tiffany is the one to watch. Tiffany, and Tiffany. This is, and I know y'all like, listen, just watch it. I will say this. Tiffany, pregnant and all, is sunning the girl.
I was about to say, Tiffany about to pull a I will drag you pregnant and all.
Yes. Okay. This is Tiffany's season.
I said, listen, welcome back, sister.
Welcome back, Tiffany. And watch out for Stormy.
I've been waiting on Stormy.
Stormy and Tiffany and Kiki. Y'all ain't ready for this trifecta. And that's all I'm gonna say. This is a brand new season with brand new dynamics, brand new alliances, brand new connections. Y'all saw the core six in a professional business meeting talking about working on something. We're back to business. I'm not going to spill too much tea, but you saw the core six in the same room, which means how do they get there? You get to see that. Once again, new storylines. Stormy and Courtney, her husband. Let's just say you thought Tisha's family was rowdy. Wait till you see Stormy's family. I'm not playing with y'all this season. You're seeing something unique and different. And Kiki is Kiki in, and it's not with Tisha. Kiki is coming for blood. Tiffany, y'all, all I'm gonna say is Tiffany is back and better than ever, and watch out. And
I am ready.
And yes, Sheree versus Tiffany is what I say to you. What I say, Richie, somebody talks to Sheree is nice, nasty. It has a domino effect with Martell. Lewis and Martell?
I am ready. I am ready. We need this super trailer sooner than later. Okay.
I'll see what I can do. But
thank you. Thank you.
All right, but no, thank you, Richie. I know you're busy. Thank you for this recap for the mid-season finale of Love and Marriage DC. Next week, we got a special happening, 100 episodes special hosted by me for Love and Marriage Huntsville. The new season starts April 8th. And a possible Bell Collective announcement coming soon. All right, I gotta go. I will. I'm not playing with y'all. I want y'all. Listen, I know we outside. I want y'all inside at least Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. At least between the hours of 8 and 10, child. Then go.
I hope it's a little trailer or something. A look. Give us a little, just a taste of something to come.
The bells.
I want the bells to be belling.
People keep asking about that, and they're belling, and this is Bell Collective best season ever. And I will go on record saying that this season of Bell Collective tops last season. And I'll leave it at that. So, Richie, my love, Skye Squad, let the world know where they can find you, follow you, and support your new book.
Yes, you guys can follow me on everything at DJ Richie Skye, and my book, The Wickedest Wives, Desiree's Desire, is on Amazon. Ebook, hardback, paperback, and it's now, as of today, on Audible. So go and get it. Yes.
Yes. All right, Richie, I'll have you back for a Huntsville recap.
All right, you know I'm down.
And Bell Collective. All right, see ya.
Bye.